And now we've got several inches of snow on the ground and trees down everywhere. And that is why I always keep an axe in my truck. This time of year, it wouldn't actually be a bad idea to keep a chainsaw in the back of the truck, but with a little bit of effort, this gets the job done. I always keep it nice and sharp, and I keep a sheath on it in my truck, ready to rock. This is one I made out of PVC. If you want to watch the video on making a PVC sheath for your axe, you can check that out. If I remember, I'll put a link somewhere around here. And this is why I always wear rubber boots this time of year too, because it doesn't matter what conditions you encounter, it keeps your feet warm-ish and dry. Through the deep snow, doesn't matter. You can plunge through the mud and the muck. That's a little bit bigger one. I could just about drive my truck under this. That might be cool. Welcome back. Hey guys, I thought of an interesting way to collect some water off of some frozen precipitation like we have here. We've got about 6 inches of snow that is quickly melting because the sun is coming out. The temperature is coming up. I'd say it's probably, I don't know, mid 30s right now. But in the sunshine, the snow is melting really, really quickly. And an easy way to collect that, I think, is going to be with my buff. And let's give it a shot, and I'll be able to collect it in my empty water bottle here. Let's say you couldn't start a fire because of these really, really super wet conditions. Say it was really tough and all you had was, you know, a couple of matches or a ferro rod or something like that and just couldn't find any dry tinder. Didn't want to take the time to make it. We can just melt some snow. That'll work. I don't want to cut my cordage, so I'm just going to give it a little one of these knots. I'm terrible with names of knots. I apologize, but this is the knot right here. So what I'm going to do is make just an overhand loop like that. See that? Just an overhand loop. And then I'm going to take this section, the long end, and I'm going to give myself just a little poke through right there. And that is what I'm going to put my material through. And once I hang it, that's going to bind on it, and it's not going to slip out, and that'll just hold it in place. So very simple knot to untie as well, which is what I always go to. Easy to tie, easy to untie knots. Stick that bundle of fabric through there, kind of like that. And pull it down tight, kind of like that. There we go. I'm thinking I can collect some water in my hollowed axe handle as well. This is a Fiskars Axe, the much hated Fiskars Axe in the bushcraft community, but the handles are pretty much indestructible. And they're hollow, which gives me the idea that I may be able to collect some water. This pine tree here has a ton of water coming off of it because the sun is shining on it. I just need to figure out a good way to harness it. Yeah, that's working. So just the water that's running down this downhill side of the tree is dripping into my axe handle. And I bet that wouldn't take very long to fill up if I could just get it in the right spot. And you can eat snow. There's nothing wrong with eating snow as long as you're up moving around. It's not going to lower your core temperature too much. There's nothing wrong with it. But again, not much water. And even a big snowball. It takes a lot of snow to have any kind of hydrating kind of effect. Let's check in. It's been about, I don't know, 15 minutes. See how much water we've got going on here. Oh, sounds promising. Let's get a little drink here. Woo! There's a lot more water in there than I thought. It tastes like a little piney, which is nice. It's very festive, but it's a non-poisonous tree, so I think we're gonna be good. Little vitamins in it. That was probably, in 15 minutes, I probably collected, I don't know, 8 to 12 ounces of water in my axe handle here. No problem. No filtering, no purifying, no boiling, none of that. Now, yeah, I know someone in the comments is gonna be like, oh, there's bird crap in the tree, or you know, whatever. What about, you know, fallout from pollution in the cities and stuff? Yeah, I mean, I get it. But there's risks in everything that we do. And if you were really, really thirsty, that might work for you. So our bag buff here of snow is not working. And I'm guessing the reason why it's not working is because we're getting an evaporating cooling effect happening. As the snow melts, it's evaporating off of the surface of the fabric and cooling it off enough where it's not really condensing. And it's pretty much dry. I mean, the outside of it's moist. I don't know, it's just so slow. The outside is wet. I was hoping the dark color of the buff was gonna aid in the melting process, but it is not. I don't think we've even got a drip off of it yet. So, you know, you try things. Some things work, some things don't. But you never know until you try. So I can fill my water bottle up with snow, but when it melts, you just won't have much water in there. Snow is mostly air. It'd be great if we could just, you know, get down on all fours and lap up the water like Maggie does there. But I think we've gotten too soft for that for the most part. I do, on a regular, try to drink wild water. I drink water out of places that a lot of people would frown upon, just to make myself a little tougher, to be honest with you. I think if you expose yourself to different microorganisms on the regular, especially in your local area, you can build up a tolerance to them. And I haven't had any issues. I'm not recommending or suggesting that you do that at all. You should boil and filter and all the stuff. Have the priest bless it and all that kind of thing. But it's just part of my workout regimen, drinking dirty water. Yeah, so there's a pretty solid drip going on right there. I think this is gonna work. Just jam my water bottle right there and just collect the rain melt or the snow melt off that tree. We're collecting a significant amount of water coming off the melting snow off of this big pine tree. I filled up the bottle full of snow, and then the water dripping in it I think is going to help melt it even faster. this bottle, I'm pretty sure, will be full in a really short period of time. Let's go, girl. Yeah. Good girl.